The scapegoat is often placed in a position where failure is inevitable. Family members may assign impossible tasks or hold them to unrealistic standards. No matter how much effort they put in, it is never enough. Every mistake, no matter how small, is magnified. Successes are ignored, dismissed, or twisted into failures. This ensures the scapegoat is always seen as the problem. The family creates scenarios where the scapegoat cannot succeed. They might withhold support or give contradictory instructions. When the scapegoat tries to meet expectations, the rules may suddenly change. This creates a cycle of frustration and confusion. The scapegoat is left feeling inadequate and defeated. Blame becomes a constant in their life. When something goes wrong, the scapegoat is the first to be criticized. Even issues that have nothing to do with them are attributed to their faults. This reinforces the idea that they are the source of the family's problems. Over time, the scapegoat internalizes these messages. They start to believe they truly are the problem. This dynamic serves a purpose for the family. By focusing on the scapegoat's failures, other members can avoid accountability. The scapegoat becomes a convenient distraction from deeper issues. This allows the family to maintain a false sense of harmony. The scapegoat's pain is the price paid for this illusion. The emotional toll on the scapegoat is severe. They often develop feelings of worthlessness and shame. Anxiety and depression are common. They may struggle with self-doubt and an overwhelming fear of failure. The cycle of blame and rejection can feel impossible to escape. Despite the unfairness, scapegoats are often resilient. They may recognize the manipulation at play and choose to reject the role imposed on them. Healing begins with understanding the dynamics and reclaiming their self-worth. Support from therapy, friends, or chosen family can help break the cycle. Being set up to fail is a deliberate and cruel form of emotional abuse. It traps the scapegoat in a role they never asked for. Yet, by recognizing the pattern, scapegoats can begin to free themselves. They can learn to define their value outside the toxic system and build a healthier, happier life. Being set up to fail is a deliberate and cruel form of emotional abuse. It traps the scapegoat in a role they never asked for. Yet, by recognizing the pattern, scapegoats can begin to free themselves. They can learn to define their value outside the toxic system and build a healthier, happier life. In toxic family dynamics, the scapegoat is trapped in a no-win role. Their actions are constantly criticized or dismissed. If they try to please the family, it is never enough. If they stand up for themselves, they are labeled as selfish or difficult. Every choice they make is used against them. The scapegoat exists to validate the family's complaints. They become the focal point for blame and frustration. Family members project their insecurities and failures onto the scapegoat. This projection shields others from taking responsibility for their own actions. It allows them to feel morally superior. No matter how hard the scapegoat tries, they cannot change the narrative. If they succeed, their achievements are minimized or ignored. If they fail, it confirms the family's negative view of them. Even neutral actions are twisted into something wrong. This constant invalidation keeps the scapegoat trapped. The no-win role isolates the scapegoat emotionally. They are made to feel as though they are inherently flawed. This isolation ensures they cannot challenge the family's perspective. The scapegoat begins to believe the lies they are told. They may doubt their worth and feel undeserving of love or respect. The family benefits from this dynamic. By labeling the scapegoat as the problem, other members avoid looking at their own behavior. The family's dysfunction is hidden behind the scapegoat's supposed flaws. This creates an illusion of unity and order. But it is built on deception and harm. The scapegoat often internalizes blame. Over time, they may stop trying to defend themselves. They may feel powerless to change the situation. This can lead to anxiety, depression, and self-doubt. The scapegoat might avoid relationships or fear being judged by others. Breaking free from this role is difficult. It requires recognizing the manipulation and rejecting the false narrative. Therapy can help the scapegoat rebuild self-esteem and develop healthy boundaries. Support from understanding friends or groups can also be invaluable. The no-win dynamic is a form of emotional abuse. It traps the scapegoat in a role designed to serve others' needs. Yet, with awareness and support, scapegoats can reclaim their identity. They can learn to see themselves as worthy, capable, and deserving of respect. Breaking free allows them to create a life that reflects their true value.